congratulations on a Cowgirl song. By the time this interview is out, the movie will be out. So how has that been for you?
Uh, yeah, I guess it's been interesting, because it's like you don't, you shoot it, and then you sort of just leave it behind and you go and you live your life. And then all of a sudden you hear, that it's coming out and you see the trailer and, it's been a good experience, like I'm excited about it. I'm excited for people to see it. I'm excited for my family to see it, my friends to see it, for my girlfriend to see it. I don't know. Like, I just think it's just like it's an exciting time. And I think everybody who put some sort of effort into it, I think they're going to be very proud of it. And yeah, I just, I hope it's well received. It's a fun movie, I hope, at least from the script,
Yeah, they completely changed it.
I know, right? You never know, man. They have so much power in the editing room, who knows what it will turn out to be. But, I trust them, and I don't know. It's been a fun time. Yeah. So I guess it comes out April 22nd, and I'll be going home back to Texas so that way I can have a screening for just like my family and friends and people who've been there for me since the beginning and everything. And just, so I can just have a little screening for them and just tell them thank you and thank you for supporting me and for believing in me and all that stuff, which is exciting in and of itself, and yeah, so I guess overall it's been a great time.
It sounds like it. I mean,
Yeah.
for anyone who hasn't heard about this movie yet, could you tell them a little bit about what it is and what it's about?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's basically about these two girls. I guess their daughter gets their father gets like mixed up in like I guess some bad business or something, and he gets put in jail, right? And so they're like, all right, well, we want to get our dad out of jail, and so they travel over to go get him out, but then they find out that there's a bail, of course, and that bail's expensive, and so they're just trying to figure out sort of how to make that money. And then they go to their grandma, who used to be like a former country singer, played by Cheryl Ladd, and she decides, okay, she's gonna end up helping them out. And yeah, you see what happens from there. And basically, where my character comes in is I'm the sheriff's son, and so I sort of help them, navigate that terrain a little bit and trying to get him, out of jail and see if, maybe I can get them to talk to the sheriff and just stuff like that. And so it's pretty fun. But yeah, I guess overall, like sort of the themes about the movie. Yeah, I mean, it's a family movie. I feel like it, bring your kids, but I think most of all, I think it's about, a story of this girl who played by Savannah Lee May, who is who's wanting to, see if she can sort of navigate her way into being a singer and sort of facing those fears, which I think is important for a lot of young people to see. I think a lot of times you're sort of scared to do the things that you really want to do, that you're really passionate about doing. And I feel like this movie sort of taps on that a little bit of just like, oh, hey, just try to work through that fear a little bit, which is good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as you said, there's so many amazing people in this film, but do you have a favorite memory or moment from set or with them?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. It was just a good time. I mean, like, I feel like my favorite memory is just riding horses, like, I mean, it was just like, yeah, I feel like I say that to everyone who asks, but it's just true for me. Like, I don't know. It's just, horses are cool.
Yeah.
Horses are cool, and, yeah, like just getting to ride them and be there with everyone and they're riding them too. But I don't know. I feel like my favorite memories probably come from just doing the scenes, like I very much enjoy the process of it all. And I feel like just getting to act with everyone is always sort of my favorite time, and or either that or getting to rehearse, just like going over lines. And yeah, there's like one night where we went bowling, and that was pretty cool. But yeah, exploring Oklahoma. There's a lot. Yeah, there's just a lot. It's hard for me to choose just one, I guess.
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, me personally, I've only rode a pony, so I can't even
Oh
imagine.
yeah.
I cannot even imagine riding a full horse. Did you
Oh
have
man, you'd love it.
experience before that, or was
Uh-huh.
it just
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So like yeah, just I mean like a little bit. So like I done, like horseback riding probably more than, a few times. But it was never anything, like specifically trained. But yeah, it was just like some horse riding stuff. And, I guess I'd seen them a lot there in Texas, I guess, because I'm from Texas originally. And so I guess I sort of maybe saw them a little bit more.
Fair enough.
But I mean, just being able to have that, it really opened my eyes. I was like, wow, horses are beautiful. They're a beautiful animal. They really are. And just, yeah, it just got me sort of excited about maybe one day I can have horses or something,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it could be in your future.
I know, right?
But talking more about your character, Marcos, could you tell us a little bit about how you brought him to life and what your inspiration was?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of my inspiration probably came from, I think whenever I read the script, a lot of the prep I sort of did with the audition, sort of working out like his sort of backstory and everything. And I think sort of what I wanted to focus on a little bit more was, there's no mention of his mom or really, no other mention of his family. There was in an earlier script and sort of like a friend, but in the new script, there, he was sort of, a little bit by himself. And I think sort of what I wanted to focus on a little bit was like he was like a voyager a little bit. Like he sort of, he sort of sought out adventure, and he sort of, I think he probably comes from more so like a life of, like pain or something. And so I think he sort of feels the need to help others out, which is why he ends up helping out Savannah Lee character and Darcy's character. And yeah, and so like I think I sort of wanted him to be a hopeful character, but a character that was, from the area, knew the area, and was a little bit more of a small town guy.
I mean,
Yeah.
this cast is very musical. Are you a musician yourself?
I feel like I love singing, but I'm like more of like the shower singer, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, like but essentially, because like I come from a musical theater background. Like musical theater is where I got my start and everything there in Corpus Christi, Texas. Shout out Corpus. And yeah, and like so I sort of got my background in that. But man, there are people out there with some beautiful voices, and so I feel like I sort of leave that to them, but I'm hoping that it's still in my future. Like it's still something I very much enjoy doing, and I'm very proud of doing. But man, when you're up next to them, it's just like, and I'll just stick to saying my lines, but yeah.
I mean, did you get any lessons from anyone on set?
No, I mean, Darcy was singing quite a bit, and I mean, if you just listen to her sing, I mean, that's like a lesson in itself, Um, but no, yeah, no lessons on set. But that would have been cool though. That would have been fun to that would have been fun to do.
Yeah, I mean, Timothy Armstrong is the director of this. He's made a bunch of movies. What was it like kind of coming onto the set and getting to work with him?
It was good. I mean, it was good. He seems like he very much enjoys what he does, and I feel like he's excited about these films, and sort of these family films. And it was just good in the sense of I feel like he knew what he wanted going in. He knew what he wanted how he wanted this movie to be, and he kept it very light, and he obviously knows what he's doing, and and yeah, it was cool to sort of step on set and be in a sort of that supportive environment where everyone sort of has that same mission, of just wanting to make this, a really beautiful film.
I mean, if you could describe this film in 3 words, what would they be?
Oh God, 3 words. I'm not the best with words. Let's see, 3 words. I would say, does it have to make sense in a row?
No, it can be
No,
like
it could just be
singular
anything.
words. It can be a sentence.
All right, 3 words. Family. To be like the most generic words ever. Family, fear, jail. I don't know.
I mean, fair enough.
Family, fear, and jail. I guess maybe.
Yeah, that's the whole movie in 3 words.
Yeah.
But you have worked on a lot of projects like movies and TV shows. I'm wondering, do you personally prefer one over the other?
Yeah, I haven't worked really too much on some TV shows, but more so like movies has sort of been like what like I guess has sort of been my path so far. I just got done doing another feature called The Chemists, and then I did another one a while back called Addy Daddy, and that was like a fun movie. Um, but as of now, it seems like films have sort of been my path and everything, and I love films. Like I love films, but I think I would love to sort of dip my toes in like a little bit more in TV. I feel like there's so much to offer in TV now, especially with the amazing writers that are on TV, the amazing directors and cinematographers and casting directors, and it's you can sort of see the archetype, of a character, and it sort of reminds me almost like of plays, which is sort of what I have a background in as well, and sort of you get to really be with the character, and I think I very much enjoy that when you can sort of see the human side of the character a little bit more. But yeah, I love movies, but I think TV is sort of where I want to delve into a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe we'll see it in your future.
Yeah, hey, that's the plan,
But talking more about your future plans, do you have any projects that you could hint at or talk about?
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I just got done shooting the chemists, and that's sort of like it's about this character Jack Russell, played by me, and he's sort of this struggling actor, and he finds out that he's going to that he auditioned for this huge director's movie or something, and so he goes to meet with the director, and that's where he finds out he's going to be playing opposite like a bigger name, and so the bigger name comes in, and you sort of see them and their interaction, and then you find out that okay, there's a mission, it's like they have a weekend to sort of see if they can build chemistry, and if they're able to, then maybe I'll get in this film, but if not, then good luck to me. But yeah, I have that one, and then I have another movie called Addy Daddy that we've been working on for a really long time, but it's finally coming together, and that's sort of like uh it's hard to explain, but I guess the best way I can explain it, it's sort of like probably like a multi-dimensional world that sort of is based in nature versus nurture, and you see my character navigate both of those themes, and yeah, it's a love story, um, and yeah, I'll call it with that because it's a bigger idea. But yeah, I have those coming out, um, and yeah, that's what's in the works for me right now, and those will be premiering this month as well. Like the first 20 minutes of those other films will be premiering as well, and so that's exciting.
Yeah, you got a busy month.
I know, yeah, thank God.
No, I'll definitely be sure to check those out and keep my eyes out for any other future projects.
Yeah,
But
please
thank
do.
you so much for doing this interview. It was so great to meet you.
Of course, yeah, it was great to meet you too.